Hey guys, I just got home from the gym and this is day one of my new strength program that I'm doing. I'm doing a 5x5 strength program and I'm focusing on a different lift 3 days a week that I can increase in weight each week. So on Mondays, I'm focusing on back squat, Wednesdays, deadlift, and Fridays, front squat. So today was all about finding the weights that I was going to start with that I can increase and progress with each week. So it was a tough day for me because the program that I'm doing, it's a 5x5 strength program. It's a little bit of a mix between a program that my husband has done before and that he recommended, and then I also found one on bodybuilding.com and kind of tweaked it to fit my own personal goals. And I'm tracking it every day in this notebook right here. And this notebook is from my girlfriend Chelsea, and it's so sweet. It says all good things are wild and free. So I'm going to track all my weight so I know exactly where I'm at, what I can increase, and I'm going to jot down too like how I felt that day. And the reason why I'm doing this new program is because I feel like I have hit a plateau. I feel like my body is not changing. I'm sitting around 8 to 10 pounds above my stage weight when I was at my leanest, and that was early June. It's now mid-October, and I'm okay with my body, but I definitely feel like I'm not reaching where I want to be, and I want to be stronger. And so this program is going to be a challenge for me to increase my strength. And I'm also going to be tracking my macros a little bit, just making sure that I'm eating plenty of carbs to fuel my workouts, and that I'm also, eating enough for my body so it can be at a healthy weight, that I can still be, pushing some serious weight in the gym, and then also maintaining a leaner body. So today, I was able to film a little bit of the workout, but obviously it's the first day of the program. I didn't want to focus on that, so I filmed one set of each movement. So the first was back squat, 5 rounds for 5 reps. And I warmed up, I did some squats with the bar, and then I added a little bit of weight, and then I kind of gauged where I thought would be challenging for me, and I decided to stick with 135. It's been a while since I back squatted. I think my max is 185, but that was more than 2 years ago. So I started at 135, and definitely each round, the last 2 reps, I felt like I was grinding to the top. So I think that was a good starting point. And I also made sure to rest in between my rounds, which normally I don't rest that much. So this was kind of a challenge, but I enjoyed it. And then I moved on to the military press, and this is strength. So this isn't like pushing, this is head through, pushing up, head through. And I used 60 pounds there. Again, the last couple reps each round were super grinding. So I knew that that's exactly where I needed to be, and then hopefully next week I'll be able to up that weight. Then I moved over to the bent over barbell row, and I used 75 pounds here. I feel like I probably could have gone a little bit heavier, but I was really focusing on form and not jerking my body to get the bar up. So we'll see how I can do next week, but each of these movements so far is 5x5. Everything is 5x5. And then there's 5x5 sit-ups, which really felt like nothing to me because I'm so used to doing high volume for bodybuilding workouts. And then a lying tricep extension. I used dumbbells, 15 pounds, and this was also 5x5. And then I ended up doing half an hour cardio because I'm really used to being in the gym for a couple hours a day, and with this new program, I literally was in and out and just over an hour, and that included my cardio, and that included me trying to take my time because I felt like I was that I wasn't in there that long. So it's going to take some getting used to. Right now it's just I feel like I should be doing more, but I'm trying to get out of that mindset and not have to spend so many hours in the gym to think that I need to make progress. Maybe he's taking a step back and still working, putting some work in the gym, but not just slaving and just thinking I have to be there forever to get results. So this is week 1. I'm going to try to be patient with myself. Next, I'm going to show the deadlift day and then the front squat day, and I'm thinking I'll just do one a week to show my progressions. And I weighed in at 128.7 today, so I'm going to track my weight and also track my macros in a way just to make sure I'm getting enough food. Speaking of food, post-workout, it is medium banana. This is about 90 grams. I did weigh it, and then 1 tablespoon of peanut butter and some cinnamon to dash it up. Thanks for following me on my fitness journey. I think it's great for people to have goals for themselves because it's just something to look forward to. And me personally, like, I am fueled in the gym by a goal, and so this is my new goal. Sweat and mess. Week 1 of my strength program today was deadlifts, and I started at 205 pounds, 5 rounds of 5 reps. It was very tough. I'm actually a little worried that I may have been a little too adventurous because the goal is to progress in weight each week, and that was heavy. I mean, I took a good break. I was listening to my body, and that last round was tough. And I want to make sure that I'm doing the proper form. Hopefully I'll be able to make some minor adjustments next week. And I learned that I need to warm up a little bit more because my lower back feels super tight. So I want to make sure that I'm doing everything properly, that I'm pulling the weight that is not going to injure myself, that I can have the correct form but still lift heavy. Everything else about the workout was pretty easy for me, only because I'm used to very high volume. So I did pull-ups, 5 rounds of 5 reps, and then I moved on to bicep curls and then sit-ups, well, crunches today. And then I cooled down for about 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. Friday, front squats. My least favorite Olympic lift. We'll see how that goes. On to the final day of my strength program for week 1. Ended the week with front squats and bench press. My friend Lon came with me to just encourage me and to lift with me, and she did pretty good too. We make sure we tested her weight. But this was an interesting lifting session for me because I thought for sure that I'd be able to squat more than I could bench. But I ended up using the same weight for both strength programs. So for my 5x5 front squat, I use 95 pounds. And this is challenging for me because I have a tendency to draw my elbows in. That's what my husband says. So that's causing my chest to cave a little bit, and I'm just not able to push as much weight. But for me, I can definitely feel the awkward positioning. There's just something about holding that bar in your front rack that's more challenging than having the bar on your back. So this has always been the hardest lift for me. So it'll be interesting to see where I end up after 8 weeks of pushing to see what I can rep out 5 for 5. So stay tuned for that. And then I moved on to bench press, and this is also another challenging movement, and a lot of women, even my friend Lon, she's like, I never train chest. I don't train chest. And I think it's because they have a misconception that you're going to build this manly chest. I've always enjoyed training chest because I just like training all my muscle groups, and I think it's just a good balance. I like to be well-rounded, but I think when I train chest, it just makes me more firm and I'm stronger. It helps me with different movements as well as like shoulders. They're kind of come hand in hand. Anyway, so on the bench, 95 I knew was going to be tough for me. I was grinding out like the last 2 reps of each round, so I knew that's where I needed to be. But in the end, strength program week 1, I survived it. It's definitely going to take some adjusting because it's a lot less volume for me, but it's a lot heavier weight, so just trying to roll with it. Excited to see how much stronger I can get. And another thing that I mentioned in one of the clips before is that I was counting my macros, but I actually axed that, and I'm no longer going to be counting my macros. I'm going to be eating mindfully, and I'm going to eat when I'm hungry and stop when I'm full, and really try to avoid getting into those moments where I just eat all the food at once because I'm human and it happens. And so I'm just trying to find more of a balance, and that's where I'm at with food. My weight has really stayed the same, 128 to 129, and I'll probably weigh myself just once a week just to make sure that I'm, you know, staying consistent, on the right track, see if I gain, see if I lose, then I can work with my food more from there. But definitely feel inspired, definitely feel empowered, and I think it's great to try something new. And you know, if it wasn't for Ryan, I probably wouldn't be doing something like this, but stepping out of my comfort zone, and we'll see what happens with week 2.